Buying and selling pressure in the market determines whether breakouts to the long side are going to work or whether your shorts are going to work. And if you can time your entries accordingly, then it increases the win rate. So one of the ways to do this is by measuring the number of stocks which are participating in a move. As you can see in the last 3-4 days, selling has come into the market. As a result, many breakouts have failed. Many breakouts have really not had a follow through. Now this can be avoided if you have a method of looking at finding what is the underlying buying pressure in the market. And if you know, like in the last 4 days, there was like a selling, or last 4 or 5 days there was a selling. As a result, shorts started working. So there is a way in which you can do this, and the simple way in which you can do this is like similar to what you see here. And in this you'll see that selling started coming in into this particular selling started coming in when here selling started coming in, right? And this measures the number of stocks which are having a 4% breakout on a daily basis. So you will see that in the last 5 days, 268 stocks were down, 329. Then there was one positive day, 595, 439 today. As compared to that, many breakouts were not. So in this particular 5-day time period, if you looked at buying a breakout, many of them didn't work. While if you actually shorted something here, it was working. And if you see, like in some of the charts had follow through, like say this is an example of a stock which was breaking down here, and it had a follow through. Or if you see this has a follow through. So many stocks had follow through because just the market was going down. The market was going down. As a result of that, those stocks had follow through. And this kind of a filter on your trading, which allows you to find when you can go aggressively long and when you can go aggressively short, helps you in increasing your win rate and also not going aggressive at the wrong time. Basically, if you are aggressively short currently in the last 2 or 3 days, it's worked very well on the short side because the market itself has selling coming into the market, or there was like a lot of uh, money flowing out of the market in the last 5 days. So try and build, if you are trying to trade pullback, the breakout kind of methods, try and create a filter on top of those methods. Because when I started trading many years ago and I didn't have this kind of filter, what used to happen is I used to like keep on buying breakouts, and then one after the other those breakouts would fail, and as a result it's very frustrating because you lose money on that, and then you don't know when to short. So having a filter which is on top of the thing, which tells you, look, when you should be aggressive and when you should be defensive in buying breakouts, and also when should you be aggressive in terms of looking at shorts, and when you should not be looking at shorts. Because if you're trying to do shorting during this period when there's a lot of buying coming into the market, if you can see here, like there's so much buying coming into the market, so there's no point in doing shorting because shorts were not working. But at the same time, if here in the last, especially last 4 days, if you tried, everything worked on the short side, because you will see that the indexes themselves have like gone down, right? Or like any of these things, or you see Soxel, any of these things are down, right? And as a result, so this is one of the simplest way in which you can increase your win rate, by creating a filter on top of any breakout methods. All breakout methods are vulnerable to underlying buying and selling pressure. So breakouts work very well when the conditions are ripe for breakout. And in order to avoid the periods when they don't work, create a filter. That filter can be anything which you create, which can be um, some sort of a market breadth filter or something else, based on whatever sources which you have to create a filter. If you can create that filter, what we call as situational awareness, you will see that win rate increases dramatically and risk decreases.